There's a tab and backing track available for this lesson. You can get those by clicking the card or the link in the description of our Patreon site. They're also available for individual purchase or for Tier 2 and 3 supporters at our Patreon site. Let's look at this lesson. And I'm going to show you the concept that you can take a major seventh and you can also take a minor and play over a dominant seventh. So to say all that, I mean in this example we're taking an A seventh chord. It could be an A 13th or whatever, but in the backing track it's a 7th. Now I'm playing a G major lick, G major 7th lick over that, and also we have an E minor lick. Now if you want to start looking at your fretboard and seeing how you can apply this in other keys, you can think of it as if I'm in A, I'm at my 5th fret, that's an A chord. So you have a 2 behind, you go back 2 frets, 1, 2. So if I'm at my 3rd fret, that's a G. That would be the major 7th type lick or scale you would play. So if you wanted the major 7th sound for this A, you go back 2 frets. Now for the minor, you go to your 5 chord. So if we're out of the key of A, which we are in this example, you have A, D is a 4, and 5 would be an E chord, or an E7. Now you can play the 5 minor over our 1 chord. So let's look, the very first thing I did, I just went ahead and voiced the chord over that A7th while the backing track was playing. Now if you go to your 5th fret, press A and B pedals down, pick your 9th string by itself, and then you pick 5, 6, 7 as a group. That's a G major 7th. So I was showing you, letting your ear get used to that sound over that A 7th chord. Then the next thing I did, I went to the 10th fret, A and B pedals still down, and I simply played 7, 6, 5. That's an E minor chord. And again, I played the chord over the A 7th to show you how they're related or how they work together. Okay, so that was the first part. Then I did a couple of licks. And I'll show you that, then I'll talk a little bit about how I'm approaching that. So you go to the 4th fret, have your A and B pedals down, pick your 5th string and slide it up 1 fret to the 5th. Then you play 6, 8, A and B pedals down. When you hit that 8th string, you lower it with your E to E flat and E lever. The next part, A and B pedals still down, you play 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay, then you play 10 with no pedals down. Okay, then we're going to go right back up that G major 7th. You press A and B down. You play your 9th at the 4th, immediately slide it to the 5th. Go 7, 6. Play your 5th string at the 4th and slide it to the 5th. That's that G major 7th. Okay, now the first one we did, if you play 10, 9, 7 here at the 5th fret, no pedals, that's an E minor chord. So that's how we're incorporating that lick or those notes within this A 7th chord. All those are playing over an E minor. So all those notes are right here at our 5th fret, and then the G major 7th chord is also here at the 5th fret. Okay? Alright, so that's playing a little bit, it's not even playing outside, it's just adding some color to your playing, making it sound more musical, where you're not just playing scales, you know, you're not just simply doing a... You're adding different colors to that chord. Okay, so think of it again as a recap here. If you're playing a dominant seventh, which in this instance we're playing an A7, you can go two behind, which in this instance would be a G, and you can play that major seventh over that. And that'll work over that 1-7 chord. Then the last one we did, then we looked at, you can play the 5 minor. Okay, so in this instance that would be an E. You can play an E minor over this chord also, or licks or variations of it. Okay, so give you something to think about, maybe open up some new ideas for you, some new licks that you can explore. Also, if you want to look at it too, you played just about all of it right here at 1 fret. So if you wanted to play a C7th, just play the pattern that we just learned. But again, 2 behind wherever you're at will be the major seventh, then the 5 of that chord that you're in will be the minor form that you'll play. So give this a try, let me know what you think. If you'd like to support the channel, the best way to do that would be to join our Patreon site. But you can also support us by clicking the like, subscribe, or join buttons below. I just want to take this opportunity to thank our supporters on YouTube and Patreon, especially our Tier 3 supporters, Jim, M. Medlock, William, Philip, and Arthur. So thanks again and keep picking.